Hi guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to start a bullet journal for beginners, as well as my bullet journal setup for the month of June. If you see me looking down a lot, it's because I have a ton of notes written out right here, so that's what that is. So first I'm going to be flipping through the finished month of May, and then I'll show you guys how I set up June. So let's just get straight to the video. My theme for May was lilacs and lavender, and I loved how this month turned out with the pastel purple and simple drawings. Now, before we get on into June, I wanted to kind of explain what a bullet journal is, how it's helpful to me, and how it can be customizable to fit your needs. So basically, a bullet journal is something that's meant to help you organize your life, and that could mean a lot of different things. For example, if you're a student, a bullet journal can help you keep track of your tests, homework assignments, and due dates. If you're an athlete, you could customize your journal to help you keep track of your practice schedule and when and where your games are. If you want to focus on your spirituality, your journal could consist of habit and mood trackers as well as journal entries. The whole point is to make it your own. If you're into drawing, you can choose whatever theme each month and have little doodles all over your pages. Or if you're more minimal, you can use as little color as you want. As long as you make it functional and customizable to your own needs, the possibilities are endless. As for me, I like to make my journal very colorful, that way I'm more motivated to use it. I wouldn't say I'm a super creative person or good at drawing, but I still do it anyway to give my journal a little life. A common thing people say to me about bullet journaling is that they'd love to start one, but they think it's too much work. But the whole point of bullet journaling is to make your life easier. You can write whatever you want to. Hopefully this video and seeing my June setup will give you guys some ideas, but just remember that this is personalized to me, so what works for me may not work for you. For example, the spreads that I use are a cover page that usually has drawings on it, a monthly overview to see what's coming up, 2 lines a day where I can obviously write about my day, habit trackers where I can work on being a better me, sometimes a mood tracker if I'm feeling like it, a brain dump where I jot notes and plan videos, and weekly logs where I write down all my tasks and events for the week. Obviously you can add to this and change it up according to you, but this is just a guideline of what I typically use. Now onto the specifics. I'm going to show you guys my favorite supplies, how I use them, and some different fonts that I like to use. Starting off with supplies. Now, all you really need to start a bullet journal is a notebook and a pen, but I'm going to show you guys all the supplies that I use. So the notebook that I use is the Loisture 1917 A5 that I got for about $20 off of Amazon. Excuse me. But you can pick up just any dot grid journal. That's really the thing that makes it a bullet journal, having the little dots on each of the pages, and you can find a cheap one of those at any one of your local craft supply stores. So first, before I use anything else, I plan out my whole month in a pencil. This allows for minimal mistakes and room for changes. The next essential is fine liners. These are the black ink pens that I use for all of my boxes and lines. The brand I use is the Pigma Micron, and you'll notice I have 3 of these. That's because there are different sizes depending on how thick of a line you want. The sizes I have are 01, 03, and 05. The next essential is brush markers. You'll see these in a lot of journaling and lettering videos. These are those markers that allow for that cool calligraphy you see on all social media. My favorite brand is Tombow. Their markers are dual tipped, so one side is the brush and the other is a bullet tip. They're a little bit pricey if you buy a pack, but if you're a beginner, I suggest just buying a few individually and practicing with those. The tips will fray if you use them incorrectly or press down too hard, so just be careful with them. And here's a little tutorial of how to do calligraphy with them. The key is thicker downstrokes and gentle upstrokes. And there's a lot of adjusting and readjusting your hand to get the different thicknesses, so don't worry if it doesn't look perfect at first. It took me a lot of practicing to make it look good. Also, if you're a lefty like me, this will be 10 times harder automatically since you're pushing the nib to the right while holding it in your left. If you think about it, it's easier for righties because since writing goes from left to right and the marker is in your right hand, all they have to do is glide the marker backwards in its natural direction. Anyway, I'll stop complaining about how hard it is being a lefty and doing lettering, but another brush pen that you'll see me use all the time in my videos is the Tombow Fudenosuke, or Fudenosuke. I don't really exactly know how to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. But it comes in a small hard and soft tip, and the hard tip is my favorite. It's so easy to use for my fellow lefties out there or for beginners, since the tip is hard and you don't have to worry about it flopping all over the place while you're trying to write. So the next and final essential is the Pentel Energel Liquid Gel Ink Pen. This is what I use for all my writing, and it's a go-to. This is perfect for all my lefties out there because you don't have to worry about smearing what you just wrote. The ink dries super quickly, so you never have to worry about smearing. Some of my other essentials are the zebra mild liners, a double-sided tape runner if you want to tape something into your journal, some whiteout, and post-it notes. Now that we have that out of the way and you guys kind of know what bullet journaling is a little bit, I'm going to show you guys my June setup, and I'll see you guys in the outro. Alright guys, so we are in the voiceover now, and I'm just going to be kind of going through explaining, the usual of what I'm doing. So, as you can see here in pencil a little bit, you can already tell what my theme is. It's like summer nights, I don't really know, like midnight, starry, whatever. So for my cover page, I'm drawing a fire, and as you can tell, I am not good at drawing, as I mentioned earlier. It's part of like the cool part of bullet journaling is you don't have to be good at drawing for it to look good. I just looked off of Pinterest for some of these pictures and stuff. I didn't like copy this exact picture from Pinterest, but I just looked off Pinterest for like a picture of a flame and a picture of trees and stuff. So for the flame, I just colored that in with a couple of brush markers, and for the trees in the background, I used, as we mentioned earlier, I used some of those Pigma Microns, and I used the 05 to draw these trees here, and for the trees in the background, I wanted to make it look like they were in the background, so I chose the 01, the thinner brush, or not thinner brush, but you know what I'm trying to say. I chose the thinner end and tried to make it look like they were in the background, and I really like how it turned out. I drew the word June at the top, very simple, and a little moon with some stars, and then I just went in and colored it in with a literal crayon. I didn't know what else to use for the background, so I just used a blue and green crayon for the starry sky and the grass. Okay, so I actually didn't film me doing the monthly overview page because, as you can see in the calendar, I had to fill it out. So I actually made this page before I even knew what my theme was, and then I just finished this off before I did anything else. But as you can tell, I just used the blue that you see is a Tombow, and I have my little weekly events, Instagram tracker, YouTube tracker, video ideas, and then I just wrote out everything that I have going on in the month of June in my calendar. Now moving on to my 2 lines a day spread, I drew one massive box that takes up the whole page and one box that takes up half the page for the 30 days of June, and at the bottom I drew another drawing similar to the cover page that just says 2 lines a day. Next up is my weekly logs, and I actually went ahead and cut out, I think, 4 pages. This is called the Dutch door style, and it's basically where you cut out half the page, that way you can just see all of your weeks right in front of you. I had some extra room on the left, so I just made a couple of boxes. So I have a key, my monthly favorites, and my monthly focus, which is new. I then went through and put a little gold stripe on each of the pages and then wrote in each of the days of the week. Then on this extra back flap, I am putting my weekly review, which is actually new. I'm going to be just reviewing each week, writing about what I did and stuff. And then on this extra space that I have to the right, I'm doing my habit tracker. So I haven't actually done this style of habit tracker before, but basically I just wrote 1 through 30 and all of my habits, and I will fill it in every day, just like a normal habit tracker. Next to the habit tracker, I'm putting my little brain dump, and then on the left side of the page, I'm going to be writing out June with a little moon like I did on the monthly overview page, and that is going to wrap up June. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something new out of the little tutorial I gave at the beginning there, and I hope you guys enjoyed June as much as I did. I can't wait to see what this month brings me, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next week's video. I make new videos every single Sunday. What's my outro again? If you like this video, leave me a like down below, subscribe for more content, make new videos every single Sunday, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!